workouts. I haven't done one in a while, and I wanted to get one in for my friends that feel more comfortable seated in the chair. This is going to be a short Pilates-based workout. All you need is a chair, and I'm going to add in a set of light weights, and I have 2 pounds today, so stick to very light because we're going to incorporate using the core in with this seated workout. So let's get started with a warm-up. Okay, so have your weights handy and nearby. I do have mine out of the way of my feet. You always want to be safe in your exercises and be aware of your surroundings. We're going to have a seat on the chair, and make sure that your feet can perfectly look forward towards me, and we're just going to get started with some nice deep breaths in and out. So we're going to bring it up and a nice big exhale down, and then breathe up. And always remember, if something doesn't feel comfortable, you can always adjust. So if the arms are too high for you, go ahead and adjust. Just make sure you're taking some nice stretches. And we're going to take one more up. And exhale down. All right, bring one arm to the top of your legs, and then the other arm, we're just going to circle it back. Nice circle. And then go ahead and reverse and bring it forward. So nice and slow and controlled. Feeling that rotation in your shoulder. 3, 2, and 1. And switch to the other side. We take it back first. And one more. And then bring it forward. 3. Oh, I feel nice and warm already. And go ahead and bring it down. With your hands on your legs, go ahead and roll forward, almost like you're trying to press to get up off the seat, and then roll back up. So we reach forward with the head, and then roll back up, and reach forward, roll back up. So you should feel a nice rounding in the back as you roll forward. Kind of think about a worm, how they roll their back. One more, and roll back. Let's do a little bit of warm up for the legs. So we're going to take the arms out to the sides and bring them up behind your head. Nice light touch. And then twist and lift your knee every time you go side to side. So it's opposite to opposite. And again, honor your body. If the lift of the knee does not feel right, you can always keep it a little bit lower range. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, go ahead and bring the arms down, and we're going to get started with our weights first. So the first one, I'm going to actually move my chair and face it to the diagonal because we're going to come about halfway off your chair. So my knees are going to stay nice and square, and that way I have a nice solid footing on my chair. Bring your weights out front, and notice how I hinged forward. And then you're going to bring the weights almost to the top of your head, bending your elbows, and then reach forward again, and then all the way back up. So we're going to do that as, I guess, a 4-step move. So reach forward, arms reach, bend, straighten, and then lower down. Again, reach forward, reach with the arms so they're in line with your body, bend, press, lower down. Let's keep repeating. Breathe in and out, and then lower. Reach forward, arms, bend, and then lower down, and reach, bend, press forward, and lower the arms back down. Now you can always try a couple more without the weight if that feels better, but I want you to really keep a lot of resistance in the arms, really reaching the arms forward. Can you do one more? Reach forward, bend, reach, and lower down. One more. I always say one more, and then I mean 2. And then go ahead and lift back up. Great job. So I'm going to face towards you and bring your legs forward And we're going to do a little bit of core here. So you might notice you slightly slip off the chair, but that's okay because then you're going to lean slightly back. So if I sit this way, it's a little bit of a lean because we want the heels on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to reach towards you, and I'm still about halfway off the chair. And arms are going to come right out in front, and I want you to lower down, lift, lower down, lift. So you want to make sure that your footing is nice and solid on the floor, and this is incorporating the core. Now, advanced version, keep going. But if you're a little more advanced, but you still want to stay in the chair, you could lift the knee alternating as you do this work. But we want to keep that nice hinge back and the arms stay nice and straight looking out towards me. So it's a little bit more advanced version. Otherwise, you keep it right here with those heels on the floor. Now, do you feel as if you're falling back a little bit? As long as your chair is not going to slide, that's okay. We have a little bit of core working here. So try one more and lower down. So while I was doing those, tell the truth, did you stop and completely give up? I heard a yes. So if you did, that's okay because we're going to try 3 more together nice and slow. So that was a little bit faster version. I'm going to bring my feet out, hinge back, and then lift the arms, and then bring it in, reach out, in, reach out, one more, and reach forward, and then lower the hands down. All right, and because I record, I don't know what your ability may be. So you may be at that faster version with the knees up, or you might have to take it nice and slow. Even if you tried 1 with me, you did awesome. So the other exercise we're going to do, again from the chair in with the weights, I'm going to twist this way and just kind of take a reset, rock side to side, bring your neck down, and then right back to center. Okay, so now we're going to do a little bit of skiing in the chair. Bring your arm forward and notice my weight, it's the vertical way rather than horizontal. So you're going to bring the opposite arm back, and then we're just going to switch. So we're going to come forward, 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 and forward. And every time you bring the other arm back, keep it vertical and a nice stretch out behind you. And again, you take this at your pace. Whichever one we're at, we're going to do 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then both arms come down. So catch up if you need to. You have plenty of time. We're going to set those weights to the side. Okay, so our next exercise, I'm going to again face towards you. And I like this one, but it really depends on your chair. But you can actually do some push-ups right from your chair. So you're going to find a little bit of the sides, and maybe you have a little bit hanging off the chair. So you can bring your arms to the back. If you have an office chair, make sure it's not going to roll on you, but bring those arms right towards the back so you have something to grip onto with your hands. Your feet are planted firmly on the floor. Knees are bent. All right. So again, make sure that chair will not move on you. And we're going to do 4 push-ups from the chair. So your knees completely stay bent. And then you're going to lift up, lower right back down, lift up, lower down. And it may be a little uncomfortable on the hands for a second, but you have 1 more. Lift up, and then lower back down. So that's a great way to get some push-ups in. You could also do that on a bed if you're more comfortable. Just make sure you have plenty of room to grip or to really plant your hands solid if you're working from a bed. The next exercise we're going to do is we're going to push all the way back to the chair. Now I have a chair that's slightly tilted backwards. It's not completely flush up to my back, but I'm just going to work with that because we're going to incorporate a little bit of movement with the legs. Place your arms either by your sides, nice and straight, or on your hands depending on how you feel. I have a little bit of allergies today, so I feel a little bit sleepy. Press back into the chair and then lift the leg, give me a kick, and then lower down. So we're planted firmly to the back of the chair and your other foot stays nice and grounded when you do these. We're going to lift, kick, lower down. Lift, kick, lower down. Press, lengthen, lengthen. And it's not so much the knee raise because we want to make sure that we're not doing anything to the lower back here, but it's more just that kick extension. 8, 7, and I'm really pushing into the floor when my foot comes down. You'll notice a little bit of lower abdominals on this one. One more on each side. And go ahead and lower down. Nice job. Go ahead and pull back up. We're going to do a couple more exercises. The next one is bringing your feet completely together, and we're going to stay in the back of the chair. And imagine if you had the old school 80s thigh squeezer. I'm not going to use a real name because I don't want to get flagged, but we're going to just bring the legs together and then open and push your heels against each other. You'll notice the muscles on the inside part of the leg start working harder even without that old school exercise equipment with you. So keep pushing those heels together. This one's amazing because just by that resistance at the heels, you're going to notice lower body is working hard on this one. 2 more. And 1. And then just relax for a second. Keep the heels pressed together. And then push them together a little bit harder. Lift one leg, tap against the other knee, and then back down. So we lift, tap, back to the heels. Lift, tap, back to the heel, tap, back down. So it might be a little bit above your knee because our body is getting a little out of alignment, but we definitely are a little bit of range of motion, feeling it in the quadricep muscle as well as in the inner and outer thigh. Let's try one more on this side. And then bring it down, push the heels together, but don't let your knees come together. Hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's repeat on the other leg. So we lift, tap, back down, lift, tap, back down. Notice I'm not lifting super high off the floor. My biggest goal here is to twist that leg in and out so it's like a tap motion back to the heel. Two more. Oh, I feel that one. And lower down. Great job. Go ahead and sit all the way up and let's take a couple of stretches to release that all out. So extend one leg outward, lean forward, and roll it up other side. Roll up. And then a nice overhead twist. So again, if you're comfortable, bring your arm up and then roll towards the opposite side or Shift over into a rainbow position, and then other side. And then back down. I think I need a little coffee now, but we are done. I hope you enjoyed this chair workout with a little bit of some challenges. I think that I would love to hear some comments to know how you felt about it, and hopefully you get to try it. If not, watch it and then try it after. Don't let it go by. Take some activity for yourself. Make yourself feel a little better today, even if it's just from the chair. Thank you.